better countdown. Oh, wait, I do.
Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sketching the Privateer. I'm your host, Joe's Atmosphere. I hope you guys are doing well today. We've got, you know what? This may be the best I've ever been prepared for a show. Because guess what? We've got Shark and Pearls in the background. What's up? Let me know if that's loud enough, guys. I think right about there ought to be good. My brother jamming in the background, and like Cody usually says, hang on. I do have to mute the sound for this. Hang on.
So, what do you guys want to talk about?
Hope you guys are doing well. Let's see. Who have we got in the chat? We've got Juliet. What's going on? How you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, man. Had a little nap. I'm a little punch drunk, but I'm all right. This is the show I do between two 15-hour shifts I do at work. So I'm a little off my game sometimes when I come in here, but I'm actually prepared this time, I believe. We're going to jump right off into it. Last week, I read you the origin of the Royal Fox. Very interested in what you thought of that. I hope you enjoyed it. Thought it was, I tried to give it a fairy tale type flavor, and so let's hope I achieved that. Let's see. Make sure I got this going right here. For some reason, it looks like it's not broadcasting. Or is it? I don't know. Oh, I think I have to refresh the page. Yeah, let's refresh the page and see how it does. Yes, there we go. That's more like it. So now I can share it. I can add it to the stage so you guys can see what's going on. let's see. I want to get started on some working on panels today. This is the page we're on. We're on page 3. And we'll just to rev up, we'll show you the time-lapse video of the work we've done on this page so far. Of course, you know I take photographs of the page that I actually drew with pencils, and then I put it into the Procreate app, and then I get started on the inking. If you guys have never watched this before, I have never done a comic book before in my life. This is a passion project. I've been writing this guy for many years, and now that I have time to do it, I'm actually working on my comic book. So I'll show you the other pages I've got going, but I just wanted to show you the work that I've done so far on this page. Did a lot of work on this guy, a lot of erasing and screwing up and going back and forth on things. And this detail is not indicative of the artwork itself. I mean, the video is really grainy, so. But I'll zoom in on it and show you here in a little bit. But like I said, I've never done this before. I'm using different styles, you know, to try and work on it. So, different shading techniques and things, you know. But I hope you're enjoying it. I did this because a lot of guys that read my story over the years thought that it would be a good comic book. So anyway, let me get over here where you guys can see what I'm doing here. Yeah. Then I did the torpedo, the infamous Chinese torpedo, right? That's what Vince called it, the Chinese torpedo, because I was using pictures of different torpedoes to do the drawing. And I don't know. I'm having a lot of fun doing it, man. I love comic books. I always have. I actually got a picture of the Coast Guard cutter that the story is about, and for the detail, and that's how I'm doing all the details on that stuff. Got that as a reference. And you see the one I'm working on now. Looks like I'll be working on the helicopter today. And we got the back of the boat with the soldier firing back at the helicopter that's doing a strafing run. And I think that's it. That's all we've got right now. So, like I said, here in Procreate, it's just like any other digital platform. You can do different layers. This is the actual sketch that I did on these. It's storyboarded out on a. I think I've got one down here. Hang on. Yeah, this is the first couple of pages here. But you see here. Let me go ahead and zoom in on this. Let me know in the chat if you can hear the music all right. This is the actual artboard I did on. Now, most of the time, you want to draw this in blue because you're going to actually ink it. But I'm not doing the inking on the page itself. I'm doing the inking digitally. So I went ahead and used dark pencils so I could manipulate it and darken it up so I could see the lines. It's just a layer that I can remove. So that is the picture of that one. And I took a photograph of that. I took a photograph of that, and I turned it into this. This is what it looks like now. And what it did was, I'm sitting here thinking I can manipulate this with my mouse. I'm actually broadcasting this through Twitch on my iPad. We have several layers here so far. But we started with this one. We started with just the pencil sketch, right? And then we added the inks, okay, on top of the pencil, like that. As you can see, the pencil's still there, right? You see all that. right? And you can see the changes I made, right? It doesn't exactly match what I did to begin with, right? Sometimes you're making changes on the fly. And then, yeah, look at the original sketch compared to what the boat looks like now, right? Yeah. So, anyway, that's the great thing about this digital stuff. You can actually make changes on the fly. So anyway, I started with that, and then get rid of that and just give it a white background, and there's your black and white version. Now, it's popular these days to do just a black and white, but I want mine in color. I want it to be the same comic experience I had when I was a kid. Okay, I mean, right down to when I do print physical copies of this, I'm gonna do it as with newspaper print. It's not going to be as slick as the comics are today. I think part of the problem with comics being so expensive is because of the materials they use. Hey, Connie Cleary, good to see you. It's really good to see you. How you doing? But anyway, I did the inks, and then I threw in what they call flats. It's a layer of color with just flat colors. There's no nuance to it, anything like that. Just straight colors, right? Oops, messed something up there. Hang on. Put a black line in there when I didn't want to. But you see, it's just all flat colors. There's no nuance to it or anything. But one thing I did play around with is I didn't like the way. Come on, open up now. I didn't like the way my radar looked. So what I did was I started playing with some things to try and give it a glow, and that's what I ended up doing right there. I put a little glow around all three of those dots, and I may make it a little lighter. I may ease up on the opacity, but I thought that looked pretty cool. I may have to do that with the line as well. The radar has a swooping line that goes around, and I may do that with that too. But I was just playing around with that. But anyway, that's how that page ended up looking after I did all that. So I'm doing the work one page at a time. We did the black on this one. Okay. And this is the initial strafe and run this thing's making this is the splash page at the beginning of it. It's going to have the Privateers logo on it and everything. That's the helicopter shooting up the deck of the Coast Guard cutter. And so we're on page 3, and that's what we're working on right here. This is the one where the captain's calling Mayday, Mayday, right? And this is where we're at. So I need to get a picture of that helicopter from the side. It's a Hind helicopter. These things are Russian helicopters. They're basically flying tanks. And I don't know. They're pretty neat looking, I would say. Let me see if there's anything going on in the Rumble chat real quick. Nothing going on over there. I need to check the X chat too. I want to welcome all you guys that are watching. I appreciate you being here. Let's see. Let's take a look at the X chat real fast. My profile. I need to go ahead and pop that to the top real quick. Let's see. Pin the profile. Yes. And then we'll go in there and get the chat popped out. All right. Pop that chat. There we go. Yeah, a lot of people say they have problems with the X's, format for their videos. It's just not very user friendly. You gotta know how to get into it. So I've got all the chats up. So if you guys have any questions, just let me know. And Martin Acosta Santana is here. He says, greetings, my excellent friends. Hello, Joe, he says, because he's talking like Droopy Dog. Hello, Martin. How are you doing? It's good to see you. So we're gonna work on the Hind helicopter. Let's find a picture of the Hind helicopter real fast. Hind helicopter. They have several different models. It's the same helicopter that chased Tom Cruise at the end of Top Gun Maverick. Wow, there's a good picture of it from the side. Wow, that's a nice one. Okay, so we'll use that one right there. And Let's see. Hang on. This is from Wikipedia. It's camouflage, but I still get all the nuance of it that I want. So let's go ahead and hit that. And take that, swing it over here where you guys can see it. Bring that down a little bit. Doesn't need to be that big, does it? Hang on, let's see. I don't know what that is. Hang on a second. Looks like an ad of some sort on the bottom. I wish it'd just show me the picture. But anyway, we can just move that down here on the bottom. Blow it up just a little bit, make it bigger. I wish it didn't have all that stuff on it. Oh, that's zoomed in. I don't want to zoom in on it. Okay, so let's reset that. Maybe that, yeah, that helps a lot. There we go. Okay, so we'll make it about that big. I want to have it here so you guys can see what I'm looking at as I draw this thing. Now, we'll go ahead and blow it up a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. Let's make sure we're on the ink page. Yes, we're on the ink page. Now let's check what pencil we have. I want to make sure I've got Bakersville. That's the one I'm using. That's my default pencil. So, okay, so let's take a look. Okay, guys, bear with me real quick while I get this in a drawing mode for me here. All right, so we've got the rotors, which I'm just going to show as like an oval type on the top there, and we'll just put a couple of straight lines coming out, showing it's a rotor, right? And then maybe another one coming out this way. All right, so not quite. Nah, that's too sharp an angle. Let's get rid of that line. Let's bring it out about here. Nope. I have to remember where my perspective lines are coming from. There we go. That's about right. Okay, so got this helicopter. I had pictures of this when I started the sketch, so it looks like we've got a pretty good start to this thing. Let's go ahead and just mirror what we're seeing. Help if I don't get into erase mode there real quick. Let's see. Everybody's saying hi to each other in the chat, I see. It's good to see you guys. Glad you're on board. I guess Vince must have stayed up too. He must have had something going on today or something. He's usually here on Fridays. Let's go ahead and draw the silhouette of this thing, and then we'll get started on the details. Let's see. Yeah, we'll bring that down about there. And then we'll flatten that off right there. And then we've got the two cockpit bubbles right here. And then we've got, switch to erase. Sorry about that. All right, let's bring this down a little bit. And then we're gonna, that's actually, look at that. The bottom of that thing's almost like a straight line. Look at that. Not hard to do at all, is it? About where we want it, and then we'll start doing the gun. Now it looks like the gun is going to be a little off of what I had, which is fine. For some reason, every once in a while, it wants to switch to erase for some reason. Erase. Okay, that's going to be kind of a dome on the bottom, but it's going to be flattened out. So I'll take that, go here with it. Do another flat. And then bring that up into a curve. Nope, don't want a curve, does it? That's kind of a short alley there. Let's draw that slower. There we go. And then we need another line. And these will be parallel, so just shift it to where it's parallel, and boom, we got it. Okay, now, there's another section that's flat right here. Now, I'm just doing the silhouette right now. I'm not shading at all. Okay, so the front of the gun, it's right here, it looks like. It's like a mini gun. And that needs to be parallel with the rest of it too. Okay. And then the end of that's going to be what's spitting fire, right? Switch to erase on me. Shoot. I'm kind of turning the pad as I do this. All right. What we want to do to show that it's coming in on it, first of all, let's make that last line straight out from the helicopter. We'll show it actually hitting the back of the ship. But then we need parallel lines for as it was shooting coming up, right? So let's go with a short one here. And I also want them a little bit off angle. Like the helicopter's raising up as it goes. Actually, I'm doing that wrong, aren't I? If we're going to show it... Okay, hang on, guys. I see what I need to be doing. Let's back up. Because these bullets that I'm drawing would have hit already, right? So we're going to show some stuff hitting in the water, right? Like this. And that one's going to come up from here and be kind of short, right? Yeah. And then we'll show another one. How you like Danny's music, by the way, guys? Highlander's been busting his ass putting out albums. And then we'll take that one and we'll make it a little bit longer and further back. And then we'll have another one. Now I'll work on the details of this. I should have done this in the sketching portion. I'm learning from doing the first couple of books here that I should have done more when I was sketching. More details. That's one thing I'm learning. Okay, and that last one's going to hit the back of the boat. Right. Like this. Okay, so that's done. Oh, sorry. Just hitting way too many things there. Okay, so let's continue on. Now the rotor, the top of the rotor, let's draw a line down here to indicate where that's at just for a minute. Okay, so right below that is going to be that outlet. It's a little bit forward of it, and then the wing is a little bit behind it. So actually, it looks like I got the wing in about the right place. I just need to back it up a little bit. And when I say wing, it's more of a stabilizing support for the helicopter, you know. But it looks slanted. That's interesting. That is interesting. Okay. I've never really looked at this thing from the side. Let me take a look at another one from the side here. Yep. They are slanted forward. That's interesting. Okay. Didn't know that. Let's see. Who else has shown up? It's Das Wolfen. He says, you can always tell Russian engineering, they overbuild everything and it still doesn't make it any better than the American counterpart. No doubt, man. No doubt. They make their shit bulky as fuck and they really do. But anyway, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that wing in. First thing I'm going to do is get rid of that line I showed. But I do want to bring this back a little bit. Yeah, that looks good. We're going to bring it out to about here. Actually, no, about to here, I think. And it's going to be a little bit flat. And then it actually arches down. And then it's got that piece on the end. I don't know what that is, but it looks like it's a stabilizer of some sort. So we're going to have to get rid of some of those lines in there. Hang on. Don't want to mess up the line I created, so let's blow it up and get it right. Blow it up and get it right. Listen to me. Danny is jamming. Good Lord. What's he using for a... He's making some kind of weird sound with that stuff. But anyway, the missiles and torpedoes and stuff are attached to that. So looks like those supports come out a little bit. And down. And the outside one has already launched its stuff, so we're going to leave that alone right there. I'm really talking to myself more than anything right now, guys. And then let's go ahead and put another torpedo on the front. Oh, erase. Okay, that looks good. Let's erase some of those lines we drew over. Remember, the stuff I drew to begin with is going to be underneath this in the drawing. So, I'm sorry, excuse me. Ah! Ah! Okay, that looks good. All right, and by the time we get back here to the back end of the torpedo, I don't like that back end of it. Hang on, let me get to erase in here. Yeah, let's tighten it up a little bit. Okay, that looks good. The tail end of it will be going up by that time. Okay, got that. And we're not going to see much of the details of the back of the helicopter from there. Okay, so that appears to be good right there. Whoop. Erase. Now we're going to worry about shading it. Always remember what the light source is. Light source is going to be to the right and up. So anything below is going to be shaded, right? So let's go ahead and give this the definition it needs. Let's see. Do I have that closed off enough? We're fixing to find out. I'm sorry, I've got something in my throat. Let's see. Let's see if the color fill wants to work right today. Yep. That'll work. So glad when a plan comes together. Really, I am. Okay, turn that off. Of course, the bottom of this is going to be shaded as well. And the front of this is going to be shaded too. So let's put another curve in here. And we'll fill that in. Should be able to do that with one swoop because I see a gap in there. You see that gap in between those two lines? Should just be able to go, and there we go. There we go. Okay. So that's filled in. Now, what else we want? Yeah, let's put some of the contours in here. Now this is a vent, so we're going to see some of this right here. Out of a curve going on right there. We've got a curve coming this way. And then we've got the two cockpit covers, right? I'm sorry, sometimes when I get to concentrate and I can't really walk and chew gum at the same time here, guys. All right. Oh. See, I can feel it whenever it switches to erase mode sometimes. All right, so that's that. Now the inside of the cockpits, we're not going to get too detailed. We're just going to show the helmet of the guy and a little bit of that, and then we're going to fill that in. I can do that pretty easy without the fill-in piece right here, but we'll use it on this part. That's just a silhouette, really. Okay. And then same thing with this other one. There's actually a little bit of Okay, got that. Now this is, get the pin out. That's a cowl of some sort. And then we've got some, looks like squares. Let's go ahead and just draw a couple of lines out where it's going to go. And they're windows, I think. Probably troop windows. For people that are riding it or something. I don't know, but they look pretty square, so draw them in like this. And then we'll erase everything in between. Macho. There we go. So how many of you went and saw Lilo and Stitch, and how many of you went to see Mission Impossible? I went and saw Mission Impossible. I wanted to turn around and go right back in the theater and watch it again because it was so damn awesome. Let me tell you, I loved it. What about the rest of you? What did you go see last weekend? Are you going to go see Karate Kid this weekend? Well, Karate Kid's getting a lot of hate. I don't know what's up with that, but it is getting a lot of hate. Let's see. I think that's going to be more flat. Let's go ahead and get rid of that real quick, and we'll flatten that out. Okay, let's go ahead and fill in the windows. Oh, no, no, I don't think so. Okay, let's try this again without making too big of a move here. What is going on? No. Oh, boy. Okay. Let's try it again. Okay, I see what's going on now. I think it's because of my hand being on there at the same time. I think it's registered in my hand when it shouldn't be. Hang on. Okay, let's try it one more time. This time I'm just gonna. What the? It does it for a second. Oh, see, this is what drives me crazy about this tool. Okay. Let's go ahead and thicken it. Now that I'm looking at it, let's thicken this line up too. And let's see if we can't do it one more time. Stop now. Why are you doing that? Okay, I don't understand why it's doing this. Okay. Okay, now come on. This is ridiculous. This is the definition of insanity all of a sudden. Why is... Wow, okay. Apparently I'm doing something wrong today. Let's try this again. There we go. Okay. I guess I have to make a definite move up. What I'm doing is I'm putting the pen on and then I'm moving up with the cursor is what I'm doing. Just to fill in that one thing. I don't know why. I guess I was wiggling too much or something. It didn't like it though. It was going, no, we're going to color the whole thing. But anyway, there we go. We got the helicopter coming in on a strafing attack. Now, when we get rid of the sketch, this is going to look a lot cleaner. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. I like the way that looks. All right. We do need to shade this boat a little better, though. I didn't do it. I think I just drew this in last time, and I didn't do any shading on it. So what I need to do is go ahead and shade some of this stuff. I tried several times to shade the side of it, and that just didn't look right to me. Oh, I see a major problem right now. Can you guys tell what I did wrong? Take a look at it. Take a look at the back end of the boat. Let me go ahead and get rid of the helicopter real quick. Can you tell what I did wrong? My man's standing on the outside of the boat if you look closely. I need to fix that like immediately. Okay, so we got that railing on that side, but let's go ahead and have him be inside the boat, shall we? Shall we do that? I think we're going to do that. I think we'll put him inside the boat. He's got a flak jacket on, so some of this is going to be kind of like that. Okay. And then let's go ahead and get rid of that line. Whoa, 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 whoa. Watch it, Joe. Remember, this is tiny. You got to go slow. I've actually blown this up to where I can see it better. Okay. So that railing stays out there. So, okay, these two are tanks that are sitting on the back of it. So these lines need to be continued down too. Damn it, Joe. Quit erasing. Okay. And then we need to get rid of that. I'm glad I saw that, man. I knew something was weird about it. Let's go ahead and get rid of that line completely. Eraser. Okay. This one we're just going to extend down to here. And then this one we're going to bring out to here. Now that looks better. Now these tanks, you see I already started shading the guy. There's the guy's elbow. It's his forearm. Right? Okay, so the backside of these tanks is going to be black. Right? So let's show that. And just like the torpedo, we want to make the back side of it black. And then we want to put a few shade lines in, right? Like that. Backside black, because it's you know, like we said, it's to the right. Okay. And up. So there we go. Fun stuff. Let's see. John says, I haven't seen either. Allie doesn't want to see the Disney movie, and she hates Tom Cruise. Well, then I guess you're not going to the movies, are you, John? If you're a fan of, I will tell you this, guys. If you're a fan of the Mission Impossible series, don't miss it in the theater. And if you're not a fan of the Mission Impossible series, it will probably be long because a lot of it you probably won't understand the references, but they do a pretty good job of filling you in on things. But I can tell you this: the biplane stunt and the submarine scene are worth the price of admission. Those are some great cinema, man. Great stuff. It really is. Okay, I may be putting too much detail in this. But anyway, that's the way we want that. Now I wanted to darken up some of the railings the same way. Give that some 3D effect to it. Another thing I wanted to do was this. That railing is all connected like this. Yeah, that looks better. Of course, you can't tell as much until I color it. Just to give you an idea. This is another reason why I want to color it. Because black and white can get confusing. Let me see. Let me finish the shading part and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Now, one thing I'm going to want to do is come in here and erase around the bullet shots, right? This. And when I color it, you'll see why I'm doing that. But we want to erase the same way we did the other thing. We want it in fragments, right? Like that. That looks good. Okay. So that's looking good. And another thing, don't forget the horizon. You want to do the same thing on the horizon. We have several things flying out here, right? So you're going to have lines going in different directions. But the bullet lines, I definitely don't want to mess with. Okay, so that's looking good. I like the way that looks. But just to give you an idea of what's going to change the look of this the reason why it's going to look better in color. And one of the reasons why I had him on the outside of the boat is when you're in black and white, you don't really see it sometimes. Let's add a color layer. We'll rename it color. Okay. And then we're going to take that one. We're going to take that one. We're going to move it underneath that one. And I believe, did I color those on the first page? This is one thing about Procreate I really like. If you want to color from another page, all you have to do is go back to the gallery, find your first page. Yes, I did make it. If you look, that orange is the color of the railing and the crow's nest. I'm calling it the crow's nest because that's what it looks like, but that's not really what it is. It's more like an antenna rack. This is where the sonar and the radar and stuff is mounted. But you see the orange I've got there? All I have to do is make sure I'm on color. Go to the color side. Hit this tool right here. Why is it not hit? Oh, okay. Maybe I need to get rid of this. Okay. There we go. You see that circle that pops up? You tap it in there and it automatically switches to that color. Go back to your other page, and as you can see, make sure we're on the color. Yeah, wrong color. So I can come in here and color in. And you're not going to get that effect in black and white. This is why I like color. I always read my comic books with color, so, you know, I'm going to make my stuff in color, guys. In living color, you can do what you want to do. In living color. In living Oh, look at that. I should have done that to begin with. That's a nice little detail. Hang on. Let's go back. Bing, 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 bing. Get rid of everything I did. And then I will do it like this. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, that's not working as well right there, but that's okay. It's because I made that friggin' dark line so thick. It's alright though. You see what I'm doing? I'm putting a highlight on the top of it just by making an orange line in here. So it's got a highlight on the top side, right? And a highlight to the front, which is what the sun would do with it, right? Pretty cool. Let me get the eraser out. Take care of some of the stuff on the bottom. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. But anyway, you see what I'm talking about. If it was in black and white, you really wouldn't get that effect. Anyway, okay, the helicopter's in. It's ready to get colored. I haven't decided what color we're going to make that yet. Of course, you know it's his nemesis, Communist Reigns helicopter, so there's no telling what we're going to do with that. But anyway, the work continues. We've got a very busy panel next, boys and girls. Of course, I've already done the portion for the bottom insert, but this one right here, this is the two helicopter pilots. Okay, and this is the view through their cockpit. They see the helicopter finishing up his strafe and run and flying off, and the Coast Guard cutter and everything. So, should be fun. Okay, so that's where we're at for next week, boys and girls. Hope you're enjoying what you're seeing. You're getting to see the creation of this comic book from the ground up. We do it every week, boys and girls. So, thanks you guys for being here. let me let you know what's going on with the channel. First of all, let me tell you, I need to get a little bit better at self-promotion. I'm hitting all the wrong buttons here. Excuse me. I need to get a little bit better at self-promotion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and show you a couple of things I want you to go check out when you get a chance. First of all, let me kill this feed on Twitch real quick. Okay, and that's done. That's a done deal on Twitch. Okay, so grab this and pull it on over here where you can see what's going on. You're welcome, Connie. You're welcome. I hope you guys are enjoying it, man. This is my passion project. This is something I wanted to do all my life, and now I've got the time to do it. I want you guys to go check out a couple of things, though. Let's see. Go ahead and get the URL and get it in here. First of all, go check this out. This is I'm putting the link in the chat. This is my website. You guys can go check it out whenever you want to. It's joesatmosphere.com. This is actually a video that will play at the beginning. It's just when you're a YouTuber, to keep from getting copyright stuff, you tend to not have things on autoplay. So anyway, go to joesatmosphere.com. You can see a little bit of history of me and everything and the kind of work I do. I specialize in pencil sketch portraits. If you guys ever want to get one done, there is a way to contact me at the bottom of the page. And right here, there's a little button on there, and you can send me a message that way too. So anyway, you can find out my streaming schedules on there. I'm working on some pages for merchandise and stuff like that. Royal Fox has been working on some cool merch for me. Hang on. Probably one of my favorite things she's created so far is the mouse pad she's come up with for the different characters. That's the Royal Fox one right there. I love it. I think it's cool as shit. But anyway, she's made keychains too and stuff. So we're going to have all that up on the site here pretty soon, but it's still in construction. And pencil sketch portraits, if you hit that, you go automatically to the email section where you can email me and let me know what's going on. But like I said, all you have to do is hit this and pop it up, and you can contact me that way too. So definitely go check out joesatmosphere.com. And another way you can support the channel is go to my Subscribe page. Now, over there, you're going to find announcements about upcoming shows and stuff. And you're also going to see all the artwork. Everything you see me working on, you're going to see in there. For instance, like this one right here. This is the plotted pages of pages 14 through 20 of the first issue of the Privateer. And if you hit one of them, you can see the actual sketch that I did, right? And that, like I said, I take photographs of these sketches and I put them in as layers in the Procreate program. So if you want to see all the behind the scenes stuff, if you want to see all the artwork, I've got every page of the first issue is already up here that I plotted. These are the ones that I'm working on the Procreate. So you guys check it out whenever you want to over there. Costs you $5 to look at the artwork. That, of course, is the family portrait, which I love. This is hanging up in my living room now. I love this thing. I think it's great. Anyway, we got that. And you can also look at some of the portraits I've done. A little bit of background on me. That's where I work. LACG, Louisiana Association on Compulsive Gambling. But anyway, there's the script for the first issue of the Privateer. You can take a look at that there. And that only costs you $1 to look at. All the writing and stuff only costs $1 to look at. But the artwork costs you $5 to look at. All the poster designs, the promotional posters I made to begin with and stuff. And yeah, it's pretty cool, man. You guys should go check it out. Check out my Subscribe page. And if you've got the money, go check it out, man. Check out the artwork and stuff. But anyway, that's my subscribe star page, and don't forget about joesatmosphere.com, my website that's still under construction. But anyway, let's go ahead and let you know what's going on with the channel real quick. Hang on. You're watching Sketching the Privateer. We do that every Friday afternoon at 1 p.m. Central Time. So come check it out. The work on the story of America's pirate Patriot continues every Friday at 1 p.m. Central Time. Don't forget to go check out our good friend John tonight over on. Oh, wait a minute. I shouldn't have done that. You're not hearing the music. Let me go ahead and do that real quick. Yeah. We want you to keep hearing the music. There you go. Sorry about that, guys. All right. Tonight at 8 p.m. Central Time over on Pop Culture Minesfield's channel, John continues his assault on Fallout, Tale of Two Wastelands. He was trying to wrap it up last week. That's why he's got that little bubble on there. But anyway, go check it out on Pop Culture Minefield's channel. Gaming Night with John, Fallout, Tale of Two Wastelands. He's wrapping it up this week, so you guys go check it out. It starts at 8 p.m. Central Time on Pop Culture Minefield's channel. Then Highlander is back from Jamaica, man. So we will be having the Brothers Hack the Matrix this week. You guys come check it out at 6 p.m. Central Time on Sunday. Everything you need to know about the clown show that is 2025 through today's headlines. Brothers Hack the Matrix, 6 p.m. Central Time on Sunday on my channel. And then back over on Pop Culture Minefield, we'll be doing a drink and draw, talking about a military movie on Military Monday. You guys check it out at 10 a.m. Central Time on Pop Culture Minefield's channel. Me and Gary working on our comic books. And then Monday at 4 p.m. Central Time, it's another meeting of the Canon Film Club on That 70s Rock Fans channel. You guys come check it out as we talk about the Canon film. Believe it or not, Sylvester Stallone was actually in a Canon film. It's Over the Top, the arm wrestling movie. He plays a truck driver, which means I know Christian DeLorme's going to be in there because he's a truck driver. Anyway, you guys come check it out, 4 p.m. Central Time on Monday as we talk about Over the Top with Sylvester Stallone. And then Monday at 6:30 p.m. Central Time, after I'm done with That 70s Rock Fan, it's Papa Joe Gamer Before Dark, and we're going to continue our assault on Mass Effect 2, or Ass Effect 2, as we like to call it here on the channel. You guys come check that out at 6:30 p.m. Central Time on Monday. It's part 9 this time. And then Wednesday at 3 p.m. Central Time, it's another drink and draw. I don't know what movie they're doing. They talk about a movie while me and Gary work on comic books, so come check that out. And then on Friday, it's right back around to Sketching the Privateer. Now, I do want to let you know that I do have another channel started. I have a couple of them, but this one, I've started putting stuff up on Papa Joe Gamer. And the last one I put up was Madden Through the Years, the game between the Patriots and the Seahawks. I'm just cutting out stuff from the video game streams and putting them up on another channel just for video games. So you guys go check it out and give it some support if you can, whenever you get a chance. The channel is Papa Joe Gamer. So go check that out whenever you get a chance. Anyway, that is it for this week. Let's check the chat real quick before we get out of here. Connie Cleary says, I am enjoying what she's talking about, enjoying what I'm doing. Thank you very much, young lady. And then Juliet says later all. So you guys take it easy. And until we see you again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless.